Why is taking drugs if I've got a mental illness such a problem?
People who have got any sort of mental illness are much more vulnerable to the adverse effects of a whole range of drugs. Let's try and put that into a perspective of comparing someone who's got schizophrenia with someone who's got schizophrenia and uses cannabis. The person who has schizophrenia and uses cannabis has higher rates of admissions to hospital, higher doses of medication, higher rates of side effects, higher rates of suicide, unemployment, imprisonment, more severe mental health problems, higher rates of side effects. Across the board, that person's outcome is worse. And actually, it doesn't matter what your drug of choice is, whether it's alcohol, cannabis, amphetamines, or heroin. If you've got a mental health problem, the way you're going to maintain optimal health is being compliant with the medications that you're prescribed, having a healthy lifestyle, which means avoiding all sorts of illicit drugs. Other reasons that taking drugs or alcohol are bad if you've got mental health problems is that both drugs and alcohol can interfere with how those medications work. It can increase the risk of serious side effects, but also drugs and alcohol can diminish the efficacy of medications that you're prescribed. And that's particularly alcohol that affects the metabolism of a lot of different drugs. Interestingly, people who take a lot of cannabis, for example, might end up needing to be on higher doses of many psychiatric medications. And of course, the higher the doses of psychiatric medications you're on, the worse the side effects are and the less likely you are to want to go and take them. The other thing is that obviously one of the real concerns we have is that people with mental health problems have got higher rates of suicide. And we know that when people are intoxicated with drugs or alcohol, they become a lot more impulsive and are much more likely to do things that place themselves at risk. So being kind of straight, having no drugs and alcohol on board, is also going to massively lower your risk of anything that's going to either intentionally or accidentally cause you harm.